guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today is a bit of a mixed media day. It's the 1st of December, so I thought I would spend a couple of hours on a Sunday doing a little bit of mixed media, which I haven't done for a long time. Now I've done this one already, and I want to do another one because I want to make either little journal covers or little tags or both, and use up some of my fussy cuts, my Christmas fussy cuts. And I just think these would look lovely on there. You know, making little tags or all sorts of anything that we're going to do. But I'm loving them. So I thought I've done this one, which I love. Now I've used gesso, I've used some of my stencils here on there. I've used inks, my Liquitex inks on there. I've got these lovely little stamps that I found, which are some snowflakes, and that I've just stamped them on there randomly with some stays on, just in case I want to add something else to that, and that means that they're not going to go anywhere. So I want to do another one on here, so I've got that ready. I've just sewed it a little bit, so I'm just going to spray a little bit of water onto here, just to wet it before I pop on some ink. So I'm going to use a little bit of the gold because I love this gold. It's a really nice, obviously iridescent, as it says, but it's not too sort of like in your face gold, if you know what I mean. It sort of like blends really lovely. Now I've got my grubby little Amazon card, and I'm just gonna spread this around like that. So as you can see, I'm getting nice and grubby today. So having a nice play on here. So that's a nice little bit of gold. Hoping you can see that. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of blue. I don't want too much blue in this one. Let's just wet that a little bit. This is quite a vibrant colour, isn't it, this blue? Pop a little bit more down here. There we go. Should we add just... tempted to add a little bit of this brown. Don't want it to be too dark because this comes out pretty dark, doesn't it? Let's just see if we can sort of blend this in a little bit. These always look so messy when you start, don't they? But keep adding, and then by the end of it, once you've made them, cut it all up, it looks so different. Now I've made this one quite wet, so I'm just going to I'm going to add a tiny bit more blue before I dry it, just on that little bit there. There we go. So we've got to have the blue in there for the sort of wintry effect, haven't we? So that's quite nice, isn't it? Lovely. Let me just dry that quickly. Lovely, lovely. Let's go in with a little bit more gold. I'm not going to wet this as much now. Now we've got that sort of background. We want a little bit more so this sort of like stays in place, if you know what I mean. Just so we can see that beautiful shine to the gold. I think I might just keep this one sort of golden blue. I think that looks really nice, doesn't it? Oh, I do like that. So if I can show you, I'll catch this in the light. Can you see that? We can see, there we go, there's a little bit shiny there. Funny old light in here today. Okay, let's bring that down a little bit. Another quick dry. Perfect. Now I'm going to pop a little bit of gesso over the top. Now the gesso that I'm using is a new one, and it's not so thick as my other one, so it doesn't cover as much. But I think if I keep sort of like layering it up, it will. But it's a thinner one. But my other gesso I'll link them, the ones that I used there under the video. It was quite old, and I think it got sort of like quite thick. So then it gets sort of like thick and dark. Okay. Oops, that's my phone. Right, let's let me just quickly dry that. Perfect. Let's have a little bit off there. Right, what colour shall we go in there? Another little bit of blue. I want to sort of like just bring these sort of like colours up in layers, because I like to sort of layer it up a little bit, but this gets quite vibrant, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. Lovely. Right, I'm going to just dip it in a little bit of gesso just to bring that blue down. Can you see this one is not as good as my other gesso? But still loving it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. After not, well, I haven't done mixed media or anything like this for ages, so it takes, I think it takes a little while just to get you back into the flow of things, I think. Well, it does me anyway. Just pop this in like that. There we go. Oops, noisy outside. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly dry that, and then I'm going to just leave it just to sort of like dry a little bit more, because the paper's a little bit wet, and then we will go in and do a little bit of stenciling. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to leave that for 10 minutes and then I will be back. Okay, so that's not bad. That's pretty dry now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in with a few of these stencils. Now, the way I have applied the colour, what should we have? Should we have a little one of these little ones on there? I've got my little Dauber, my little blendy tool, and I've got these, they're like the little not the Velcro, what's it called? The little felt. And I think somebody said to me they're for inks, alcohol inks, but I've actually going to be using them. I've used them on this one to go through on the stencils, and they work really well. So what I've done, I've just added the ink into here. What should we go for? I'm going to go for the gold on top of here. I'm going to pop some gold in here like that, and they work really, really well. I'm not worried about mixing up the colours at all. So I'm just going to pop that in there, take this, put that there, and then just go over. Now we're probably going to get the colour from what's on my stencil anyway, but look at that, works really, really well, doesn't it? So we will just add a little bit onto here. Oh, look, it looks green, which is quite nice for a Christmassy colour, not quite gold. The gold and the blue have turned it into green, but that's lovely. Love it. Let's add a little bit up here. I just want all those sort of like textures and shapes and things. Now I've got a little bit of brown in here, so let's just dip that in there. I don't want it too dark, so let's just take a little bit of that off. Let's go in with this one, shall we? Just rub that around. Now again, if it comes out too dark, oh, but that looks really nice, doesn't it? Love it. You can always go over with a little bit more sort of gesso when it's dry. But loving it. I don't want to pop a little bit up here. Fabulous. Right, what should we go in for now? Shall we pop a little bit of blue in here? Let's pop a little bit of blue. Hopefully this will come out, because it's got the brown in it, it'll come out, put off like a dirty colour, won't it? no doubt. Let's pop a little bit of this on there. Funky little stencils. Now again, if you've got Christmassy ones, even better. Look at that, love them. Perfect, let's put a little bit up here. Do like these. Let's go in with, I haven't used this one, let's go with this funky one just down here. See, these little blenders are perfect. Now I would like to go in with a little bit more gold. I might use a different blender. Should we get a clean one? Let's just take these. I think these are sort of almost like a one-time only use. I think that's why you get so many. So let's just pop that on, but they're fabulous. I do like them. A little bit of gold on there. Should we get a clean? Let's use a little clean bit on here. What does that like? Is that going to come out, or are we not going to see that? Oh, I don't know. It's got this sort of like grubby bit from the outside, which gives it sort of that liney look. Lovely, lovely. Right, let's go back in with the brown. A little bit of brown. A few of these little stamp ones. Lovely. That's enough. I'm going to give it a little bit of a dry, and then I'm going to just dull it down just a little bit with a little bit of gesso, because I think the brown bits are a little bit too dark. Okay, I'm going to quickly just dry this. Make sure they've got lids on. Perfect. A little bit of gesso, just to lighten this down a little bit. Lovely. I do like the colours in this one. A little bit more gesso. Perfect. Oh, maybe just a, oh no, I quite like that gold showing actually on there. Right, quick little blast. Okay, lovely. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just go in and add a few little stamps with the stays on. Just a few of these little ones. I might even go in, when I've cut them up, I might actually go in and do them with a little bit of embossing powder. Oops, that's stuck. We shall see. Just a few little randoms, but I just think it looks good, doesn't it? Just adds to the effect on it. I know it probably looks really, really messy, but once they're cut up, like I said before, once you cut them up, it looks so different. It really does. Do you think that's enough? We don't want to overdo it. Or maybe we'll go in with a little one. Should we do this little one? Don't want to go around the edge though. There we go. Little diddy one. Again, we can add more once it's cut up if we haven't got enough, but I think that will do for a minute. I do love Stays On ink. I think it's fab. Right guys, I'm gonna now pack these little bits away and then we will cut these up. Now these are the two different ones, look. This one's a little bit more vibrant. If you can see, it's got a little bit more gold, and this one's a little bit more dulled down. But I love them both. So will be 2 seconds. Okay, so I have tidied up a little bit. These are nice and dry. I found some sort of like gold, it's almost like fibers on here. It's like the handmade paper that you get, but this is sort of like fibers, and it's really, really lovely. I've got some little silver stars and I've got some little gold stars just to add something to it. And I've also found this fabulous. These are so old. This is jeweled gold embossing powder. So I think I might make some tags and just put this around the edge to see what it looks like. So we shall see. But the first thing I am going to do is cut some of these up. Now, I think I'm going to do this one. I like this one because it's got more sort of like gold in it. And I think, let's go around this way. Just cut a little bit. I think I might just make a journal cover as well because I like this one. So what should we do that by? We want to do about 8.5. I'm going to cut this down to 8.5. Like that. Oops, is that going to cut through? 8.5 by 6. I'm going to do that 8.5 by 6. So that should be about the right size for a little journal cover. Love it. So we'll do that one, and then I'm going to make some big-ish tags. So that's going to be, what was that? 6, wasn't it? 6 by 3. Should we do some nice big tags like that? So look at those. So it makes such a difference. They look so different cut up. That's another little one. I might keep that bit, and then we shall cut this piece up. So should we do a journal cover with this one? I quite like this bit as the front piece, so let's turn it around this way. And again, I will do 8.5 down there. 8.5 by 6. Like that. Just so we've got a nice little journal cover. So when we fold that in half, we've got that bit on there. And I think something like a little Santa. We've got a tree. I love them. So that's good. And then let's cut this one up, shall we? So we shall do 3. Do this one. I won't quite do that one 3. So this one is a little bit bigger. So I'll do that 2 3/4. There we go. So they're a little bit better. And then I've got this to keep in my stash. Lovely, lovely. Oh, I do like these. These are really nice, aren't they? See how different they are when they're cut up. Right, we need to chop the little top piece off, don't we? So I need a piece of card. Let me just get a little piece of card here. I'm going to just like that. Do you reckon? Let's just cut the little top piece. Turn that over. And we'll do that side. Perfect, that looks good. Put these together and we can cut them all taggy shaped, can't we? This down just in case I decide to make another mess, but they are lovely. I love this one. Right, I am gonna Actually, I'm going to try and emboss and make a big mess to start with, but I would probably be better to put a little piece of paper down, won't I? Let's see. I've got some Versamark embossing powder in sticky pad, I mean. We have this, which I don't know what this is. Look at this. That looks just fabulous, doesn't it? Out comes my little magpie, my inner magpie, I think. Let's just dip the edges. I'm actually going to dip all of the edges and see if I can do it all. Probably going to make a big goopy mess, but let's give it a go. That's what Sundays are all about, isn't it? Just making a mess. That's a nice sticky Versamark. Actually, what I might do is stick that in there. There we go. Around the edge. I think that sort of at Christmas, and you've got all these lovely little glittery bits on there. I think under the Christmas tree, when these are on gifts, I think they just add that lovely little bit of sparkle, don't they? Right, let's just pop this back in here. Like that. I won't do all of them today, but I'll just give you a gist of what I'm thinking of. Right, I'm going to just heat it up. Wow, that looks fabulous. Did you see? I hope you could see that sort of like changing colour, or just changing. It looks lovely. Love it. Right, I'm going to just do one more. Which one should we do? Should we do this nice? I think that was out of the other one, isn't it? Should we do? Yeah, we'll do one of the lighter ones. Quite cut that off. So let's just do 2 of these. Let's ink the edges. It's quite simple, just inking all the edges at once and doing them all together. I think that's probably the best way to do it. But yeah, these shiny, little shiny bits under the Christmas tree, hanging off your gifts, is just going to look lovely, isn't it? I think sometimes it's, you know, the gifts, and if you're making them look all lovely, it's not too bad if there's not anything too exciting inside, as long as you've made it look yummy. There we go. It's all about presentation, isn't it? These are going to look lovely. Do you think? That's lovely, lovely. I think that's all in there. Yes, my embossing powders are extremely old. You can see, look, where the price tag was on there, and these are just so dusty. But they work just as well. Beautiful. I could even actually add a little bit more to them if I need to on the inside, but that just frames it lovely. Gosh, look at the state of me. Okay, let's have a little peek. We've got lots of little fussy cuts. I did like this little Santa, or big Santa. I do like you. You look lovely on there, don't you? Wow, that looks fabulous. Should we have a little Christmas tree behind? I think so. I think you look good. Right, let's just do the 2 for now. What have we got? Some of my little Christmas words and phrases. Let's just pop a little Happy Christmas on there. Oh, shall we have Christmas wishes under our little stag there? Look at that, super simple. I'm going to just clip these together because else they end up all over my desk. Now, I need a little bit of ink because I just want to ink around the edge of this one, like that, around our little tree. There we go. do with a little bit of gold thread. I've got, actually, I took out, I've got this. Do you remember this? I used to use this all the time. I just think that would make a nice little bit for the top of the tag, wouldn't it? There we go. Oh, do you think I should do some little gold snowflakes? They would look really nice, wouldn't they? Let's pop that down there. I don't think this needs a little bit on there. Right, if we put you on there like that, because we're going to cover up that little snowflake. Pop that down there. I suppose we could have a couple of little snowflakes, couldn't we? I might actually do that. Emboss some little snowflakes so it's got a little bit of texture on there, because I've got this, but I don't think I'll put it on that one. Or maybe I will. That's good on this one. Well, let's just see. This stuff, it sort of tears, look, and leaves this lovely sort of fluffy bit. Let's just have a little bit under centre. Ooh. It reminds me of like coconut fibre. I'm really not sure what this is made of. It may well be coconut fibre. Oh, look at you. Do you think our little tree? Do we need our tree under there? I don't think we need the tree. I think he's going to be too much. But I do want to put some little snowflakes. I think I'll pop a little snowflake here, which would work, wouldn't it? And then I can put some on here. Okay, I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Let's have this little snowflake. My gosh, I'm going to be all glittery again today. Oops. I don't want it around the outside though. Okay, not sure if I can see that. What do you think? Lovely. Can you see the little snowflake? Oh, fabulous. That's, what was that? That was the Santa one, wasn't it? Let's do this one at the same time. Right, this is going to be under here, so we could have sort of like a couple, couldn't we? Put one there. Put one coming off the bottom. I might put one up here. Let's see. Okay, I've caught the little rubber bit around the outside, so let's just wipe that off. Not that it, oh gosh, I've got that stuff everywhere. Not that it really matters too much, because this is quite sort of glittery shiny anyway. Fabulous. Can't even remember having that in my embossing powders, but there we go. Okay, let's see. Wow, they look lovely. Can you see that shining? I'll do a little close-up at the end anyway, but that's a lovely little one there. Fabulous. Okay, That's our little stag. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? Right, centre, where are we going to put you? Like that. And then this little Happy Christmas can come down there, can't it? How simple. How lovely. Right, I'm going to stick this on just with a little bit of 3-in-1, I think. Stick you down. Like that. Little centre. Actually, I do have some what is it called? Seam binding that I coffee stained, which I might, oh my gosh, look at the mess I've just made. That I might use as the pop in the top of the tag. Oh, I love that. Look at that. Lovely. Do we need a little bit of the gold on him? As we have it. Oh, maybe I'll just pop it under the little Christmas wishes underneath. Oh my gosh. Oh. Should I pop that under there? That looks nice, doesn't it? We shall do that. 10 tons of glue coming out. It's because it's coming to the end and they just ooze out, don't they? Just drives me crazy. Pop that on. Oh. Well, I really do need to stock up on my glue while I'm in the UK. Get lots of glue ordered. Oh, look at that. Now, I'm not worried about, because the back is a little bit grubby, but they look like handmade tags, don't they? I just think they are beautiful. I love them. Look at that. So we've got 2 beautiful tags. Now, I'm going to just tidy this bit of mess up. I have got glue on here, which I know I will get everywhere. Stick everything together. I've also got a couple of these. Do you think it'd be a bit over the top? Actually, these would look nice in little shaker cards, wouldn't they? Don't know whether we need these. They would look nice, but maybe I'll make some little shaker cards with these. I'm sure the girls would love them. Okay, what should we do? I've got some. I think this might look nice. It almost looks sort of goldy, doesn't it? So this is what I did the other day. I think a nice little bow in the top would look lovely. Let's make a hole. Where's my hole punch? There we go. I'm going to get my crocodile. I don't think that's quite big enough. Let's have a bigger hole in this one, shall we? There we go. And then there we go. Perfect. Let's take a little bit of this. Let's take this. Oh, there's a little spare piece. Do we want a bow? Let's see, let's stick this through. Might actually have both. I might have, Oh, look at that. That's just lovely, isn't it? I might put a bit something else to hang, a little bit of string or something for that, to hang it off the gift. Let's just do that. Let's do it like this. If I can. I've got so much gesso on my fingers that it's hard to tie a bow. Look at that. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. That's fabulous, isn't it? Oh, that's lovely. Let's do Santa. Let's pop you in there. And then we'll have a go at doing the journal cover, shall we? Let's pop that on. This is actually the perfect colour. I wonder if I could dye it with a little bit of the gold ink. Think it will come out goldy? A little bit of sparkle? I don't know. This is the one. I wonder if you dyed it with a little bit of the iridescent gold, whether it would actually go into the seam binding. There we go. Look at that. I'm going to leave these little dingle dangles down because I think that looks so pretty. And I think I might just pop a little bit of string through the hole to hang it onto the gifts. But they are beautiful. Right, let's have a look. Let's get one of these out. Let's use this one, shall we? I quite like that as the front. Shall we just... What do you think we should do? Should we make this into something a little bit more substantial? So that's the cover. Do you think we could put something inside? What if you could actually layer it with a little bit of this? I suppose you'd probably have to sew that around because it's so fine that the glue would come through. Do you think that's a bit over the top? What about a bit of fabric in there? And then I'm just thinking of doing some journal pages with coffee stain paper. Let's see. There's a pencil mark on there. There we go. Perfect. Perfect sizes. It doesn't have to be huge. It's just like a little notebook, isn't it? So then I can just pop those in there. I will obviously add a few more. But we need a little bit of something on the inside of this. What have I got? Let's have a quick. Okay, I've got some, I think this might be a little bit. What do you think? That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Oh, I might do that actually. What would that? Let's do that, shall we? Let's do that. Let's just chop that there. Tear that down. I think it will look quite nice if it just poked out just that tiny bit. Oh, I've cut that perfectly, haven't I? Just so it's got that little edge to it. Let's just trim that there. Tear that down. Oops. Could do with a little bit of an iron, I think. But I think that would look lovely. I'm going to add a little bit of fabric glue onto this and stick that on. And then go round it. Oh, it only just fits. With the iron. No, with the sewing machine. I'm not going to iron it. I quite like the rusticness of it. Right guys, what shall we use? Shall I use fabric glue? Let's use some fabric glue. If I cut it just a little bit bigger, I could have sort of like given myself a spine in there actually. But never mind. There we go. Let's pop this on the top, like that. Lovely. I need to move it over this way a little bit. But never mind. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Look at that. So that's going to be the front. Didn't quite line it up properly, but that's okay. It's stuck down now. So I'm going to just quickly pop to my sewing machine and just sew around this bit, just quickly. Okay, there we go. That's sewn on there, and I think that looks really lovely. Let's fold that in half. And we've got ourselves a beautiful little journal cover. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Now, I think we just decorate the inside on the outside. What do we have? Now, I do like the Christmas tree. I think that would work really, really well because it's more the colouring goes really well, doesn't it? With the little tree. That beautiful little teddy bear. I think I'm going to go with the tree. Definitely. And then a little word. What's that say? 25th, Merry Christmas. What's that one? Home for the holidays. Let's do home for the holidays. Gosh. Love it. Right. I need a little bit of ink. Where's my ink? Well, I can see myself for the rest of the afternoon carrying on making lots of little tags. Definitely, definitely, because while I'm all grubby, I can finish them all off. So, from making this lovely just piece of paper, because how different do they look cut up? So, you know, if you think you're making a big mess with your mixed media, you're definitely not, because I think they look lovely afterwards. Should we add a little bit of this? Oh, I do like this. Let's just tear this down. I don't want that flat edge. There we go. Just have it, should we have it at a little angle and pop that on? Lovely. Glue. Let's get some glue. Look at that. So you've got a lovely little journal. Or it's not really a journal, it's more of a notepad. And a little gift tag that matches. There we go. Oh, maybe I'll pop a little star. This isn't necessarily a Christmas tree, if you know what I mean. It's more of a wintry looking one. So if you're not sort of like Christmas, you don't sort of celebrate Christmas, you can still make these sort of things up, because that's home for the holidays, so it's just a holiday. It's not anything other than that, is it? You can have little Christmassy things or just holiday things. And then it's more of, you know, you can use this more year round, can't you? Look at that. Lovely. Does that not very level, is it? Is that level? Sort of. Let's pop the lid on. I'm going to use one of these little stars at the top, because I think that will just finish it off lovely. I'm going to use a little bit of this, I think, to keep it in place a little bit better. There you go. Just take that. Have the pointy bit going up. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Isn't that just lovely? And then we will get some pieces of our lovely paper in there. Make this beautiful little notebook. Let me just get a couple more. So by doing this 8.5 by 6, this is A4 paper, which I've coffee stained, and it just fits in there absolutely perfect, like that. I might actually, instead of popping this in with a signature, I might just tie it in with a little bit of this. And then we can add as many papers as we like. Where's the end? Do you know what I mean? If I put that like that. Tie this at the top with a little bow. Pull that in. Just like a little, almost like a little, those little TN journals that I made, but instead of using elastic, we've used a little bit of seam binding. Let's chop that off there. Look at that. And then we can open that up. I haven't done that very well. I can undo that, and then we've got this little journal that you can add to, and then you can add, if you want to do a little bit of mixed media in here or a little bit of watercolouring, you can just chop and change your papers in there, which that's lovely. Oh, I love it, love it. So there we go, guys. I'm going to carry on with doing some more of these, but I will leave this here with you, which are just beautiful. Look at that. I'm going to take a close-up of these because I just think they are lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely. So these are the papers that we did. This is going to go into my stash because I can use that for all sorts of things. These ones are going to make some more tags. So I'm going to have a busy, busy couple more hours making some things. But look at these. I might even make some more journal covers. They are lovely. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so, so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Have a lovely, lovely start to December. And I will see you guys soon. All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.